Well, I am so excited to bring you another episode of Premier Power Events Podcasts. Heather, I tell every guest that I have, I name this company crazily because it's like PPEP. And I'm like, why does that even work? What was I even thinking? I did not use enough algorithms to look that up. But here we are, and we are in our episode of our podcast, and we are grateful you're going to spend the next few minutes with us. I promise you, we will be shifted by the end of this conversation because I have none other than the amazing, well, she's a friend to me, so I call her HDK. She actually came to me at an event we were doing, and she said, "Now I've lost my like cup, like with my name on it, but it says Heather, and people probably can't find. Oh, it was that cup, right?
It was this cup.
It was that cup." She said, "People won't like give it to me because it says Heather, and no one knows that's my first name." So, welcome.
It's true statement, and no one knows my first name. Yeah, that's absolutely right. But we've known each other forever, Curtis. So that's
I
pretty
was
great.
I was actually trying to think of the first time. I tell you what impressed me the most, and I'll start the conversation this way, is we were doing an event several years ago, and it was, you were having a very big presentation at this event,
Oh.
and right, and it was like you were using manipulatives, and like your husband was there helping you get everything on stage, and you literally honed in on my face and said, "How are you?" Like
Oh.
the world stopped. I'm getting goosebumps. The world stopped moving, and you were like so sincere. And I was like, I will never forget that moment. And that taught me such a good lesson to say, yeah, we caught each other's eye, and for the 12 seconds it took, you were 100% present. So I commend you for that. Maybe it was the craziness that Alcatraz just happened. I don't know what was going on in your life at the time, but here we all are. I don't think we even want to talk about that anymore. I watched the episode with Melita, and or your recording course with Melita, and I don't think I'll ever put those words in my mouth again.
Oh, Alcatraz, man. And like it, so somebody died there not too long ago. And I know, and my chiropractor is like, I know two people who swam that willingly. And I know, and I'm like, I get nauseous and I'm like, I don't even know what I was thinking. I don't know.
We do some crazy stuff. We do some crazy stuff. But we are here together to talk about, you joined the Premier Power Events Company, and I am so grateful for you joining. You bring something that no one else does well, and that is that power shift to us. And I know that you got to this point very uniquely. So if you don't mind to start with, just tell us how you got to this point of coming to Premier Power Events with this broad, vast knowledge.
Okay, well, it's actually your fault, Curtis. You called me,
I did.
and I'll never forget where I was driving when I took your call. And you had said, so I'm doing this thing, and I would like you to join, and I would like you to join with the focus of health and fitness and wellness. And I was like, I was trying to argue with you,
Yeah.
honestly. Like I was like,
Brag.
I
You
don't.
won't.
I, I don't, I was like, can I think about it? Because, and then also I think I asked, could I switch my topic?
Yes.
Because what, I mean, like for 22 years, I have worked with women, coached women, helped women develop confidence, help women change their lives, help women make consistent shifts in that world. And I thought, well, surely you'll want me for something here. What it took me a while to figure out was you were asking me to do that, but you were asking me to do it in the health and fitness and wellness and nutrition world. And I had never, ever, ever put myself in that world. Now, I've lived in that world,
Right.
lived there, but
Right.
I've never coached from that perspective. I've never taught from that perspective. I've never um I've never brought that out of me. And so I'm just publicly thanking you, Curtis, because I thank you every single time I talk about it. This will make me emotional, is I didn't even know this was in me. Like I didn't know that I knew I had a passion for it, but I thought it was just my passion. I didn't know that there could be a world that I could help women make. Because I always say this in our business is that my what I think I bring to the table is I make things that are big, I make them little.
Mhm.
I make things overwhelmed very clear.
Sure.
because I am a simple brained person. Like I want like just I want things very simple. And I thought, like you're the one that helped me think I could make this insane industry of health and fitness and wellness simple for women. And that's what they desperately need. And
Right.
I mean, you changed my life. And I
Right.
hope I get to change other people's lives.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I know, we had a little brainstorming yesterday, and I told you or shared with you that since 2020, I've worked with a food psychologist, a food coach to really reshape my brain around my relationship with food. And, I would hate to say how many dollars I paid her willingly and
Right,
gratefully because,
right,
it's $1 trillion industry. The diet culture market out there. Everything we see, everything we do, everything we hear, I feel like I was actually going through my goal poster after done some growth, like my goal workbook, and I was like, oh, that's a diet culture goal. That's not even a goal that I want to hit. So it was so interesting to see yourself reframe, and I've watched your videos that have come out. I've watched you eat. I've been at places where you've eaten before, and just to know that, hey, I don't eat corn, and that doesn't make me bad because it doesn't work for me. Or I don't eat
right.
XYZ and that's not bad. So I think that is giving women a lot of permission to say, hey, I've done the hard work. I know what it's like. And the other thing that really I acknowledge and recognize is you've done the work to know that scientifically your body is changing and it's supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's supposed to. I think this is a real interesting time of life, in your upper 40s and heading into a different phase is that um your body is always changing. And I think that's what the diet culture just reinforces, that you have to stay the same and you have to be, so you have to restrict and you have to be, it's about perfectionism and it's about looking a certain way. And really, when your body's changing, you change because you want to honor your body, not because you're trying to force your body into a certain, like a square peg into a round hole. This is it. And I think all of my approach comes from individualization. Like I don't care what you eat. I don't care what you do for exercise as
Right.
long as it works for you. And
Hmm.
the thing is that women don't necessarily know what works for them. And they're being fed all of these things that what they're supposed to do. And like we've lost our ability to to make great decisions for ourselves. And that's what I want to bring back to the table is self-trust, instinct. I think we intrinsically know what our body needs. We just, all the noise, all the diet culture, all that has drowned out that we know what we like and we know what our body likes, and we know if we just trust.
Yeah. So I was a couple years ago, I was sitting or talking beside a friend at church on a Wednesday night, and we were talking about food. It always goes there. And I said to Jenny, I said, um, why do you eat breakfast? Well, you're supposed to. Oh, okay. Are you hungry? No, I just make myself eat in the morning. Hello, listen to your little body. It tells you everything.
That is exactly right. People ask me all the time, Heather, do you eat before you lift in the morning? I'm like, well, do you want to? Not what the gurus are saying, because I don't. Because my stomach doesn't like it. I have the weirdest stomach in the entire world. We all know that. If you've eaten a meal with me, you know that.
Yep.
But some people need it, like Frank
Right.
does. There are no there, and I think that's what we're going to get away from. We're going to get away from right, wrong, good, bad. We're going to get back to what do you think? What does your tummy want today? Now I'm not ever going to let processed sugar have a way. I do eat it, don't think I don't,
Right.
but like it's not great. So, it doesn't get a say in it. But other than that, like you got to give your body what it needs. And yes, there's no rules, man.
Do you ever watch that? Did you ever watch that show, or some of our viewers might have watched that? The Whose Line Is It Anyway? I
Oh,
think
I
Drew
love that show.
now, and he said it's all made up and the points don't matter. And I think that's so applicable to everything. It's all made up and the points don't matter. Just
It's so true.
yeah, because some days I'll feel like I graze all day with food. Some days I feel like, oh, I haven't eaten but one meal today. And some days I'll be like, oh, I really don't feel like eating a lot or a little. And you just
Right,
listen to your body and it will tell you
right,
so much. So
right. Yep.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
So I had two breakfasts this morning because I mean, and the thing is, they were good breakfasts. So, it was a ton of protein and good fats. And like, so I make good decisions. But if the more I restrict, the more all my body just goes into a chaotic situation and my mind goes into a chaotic situation. And I think that's very relatable. I think we all like, the moment we say no, or like, we're grown-ups,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna work. It ain't
Yes.
gonna work.
Yes. Yeah. I with one of my favorite phrases is full permission. Like I have permission to at Easter buy the bag of jelly beans that are jelly bellies and sit them on the counter if I want to eat them all. I know. But I know if I eat about five, maybe 10, my stomach doesn't hurt. And I can do that 2 or 3 days and it'd be fine. But if I eat the whole bag, I don't feel good.
See, your body already told you how much what it wanted. It wanted a couple little bites, just a
Yep.
little noshing, and then move on down the road.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
instead
true.
of buying a bag of jelly beans every time I go to the grocery store during that Easter season, one lasted the entire season. And there was full permission. If I wanted to get more, I knew it.
Don't you think that when you give yourself full permission, it changes everything? Because then you're starting to make decisions based on what you really want instead of bad messaging or rebellious nature or, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And the other part of full permission for me is you can sit there, or I can choose to eat that whole bag of jelly beans. And I know exactly what I'm going to feel like in the morning. I know exactly I'm going to be sluggish. I know exactly I'm not going to like it. But if
Mhm.
I want that, if I need that right then, I have permission to do that. I just
Yep.
realize what's going to be on the other end.
Right. There's just a consequence on the other side. And if you're willing to pay it, go.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
For
I'm
sure.
with you. I think that perspective, your counselor has done well because it's a beautiful perspective of
Yep.
just not putting these restrictions and rules on you very unnecessarily.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. So thank you. She's a horrible, a wonderful human. My brain is a little slow this morning. Okay, so one of the things that we did touch on is why this subject. It was, and it really goes back to a conversation that I had with Elisa because Elisa was in this mode where she had lost some weight kind of quickly, kind of got on that GLP-1 trend that everyone got on. And she was asking me questions. I said, "There's no one else in the world I would call but Heather Daniel Kent, because she is the epitome of it. We've watched you do it. We've watched you do it over a process of time, and you've been pretty transparent about it, I would say, and now you're very transparent about it. So why then are you so passionate today about this subject specifically? I know you shared your tears and your passion, but why are we pushing this out right now?
Gosh, I think there's a whole lot of reasons, really. And I think they keep coming, which is really fun. But I think so part of it is I want women specifically to have ownership of their life again.
Mm,
And to stop the inconsistency. So, like, I've done all the things, I've done bodybuilding and swam Alcatraz and marathon running and like all these things. But what you didn't see behind the scenes was highly restrictive, go off of it, gain 50 pounds, then have to rewire my brain all over again, did something else, gained a whole bunch of weight. Like the roller coaster of this for me is what I want to help women not have to do, and to really to help with systems that help you do this all day long, every day for the rest of your life with joy and with ease and with contentment and confidence. And so, because I know, then, and so here's why now, because when this part of your life feels under control, it's like it stops being the thing that you think about every day, all day. And
Mhm.
I feel like I've lived my life thinking about diet, health, body image, size I am, what I looked like in a picture, my whole life. And when you finally have ownership of it, it stops being such a driving force. And like I don't even think about it anymore because
Mhm.
my systems and my habits, I've almost 4 years now, I've kept off the 30 pounds finally. Like when you do this, they may not sound like a lot, but I'm 5'2", so that's a chunk
Difference.
on
Yeah,
me.
makes a difference.
And like I'm so dang proud of myself because I'm like I finally figured out maintenance. Like who knew that that was the part that, because consistency has been the part for me
Mhm.
that was difficult. I
Yeah,
can make myself do anything, but then
absolutely.
couldn't make myself do anything for a long period of time because
Right.
it was too restrictive. And so
Sure.
I want women to shine in the world.
Hmm.
And if I can help them with this part of it, this becomes a non-issue, so they don't burn their emotional energy thinking about this. They don't burn their worry thinking about this. It can be put to something better and great. Like, so this is a huge part of what I want, but it's almost like it's the door to unlock who they are. And
Absolutely.
if we can do this in a fun, joyous, capable, independent, strong, way, then man, mission accomplished for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's what I like most about all the recipes that you've put out for us to
Mhm.
teach us with. It's like, hey, if you don't like that, I think one of them even says seasoning. It doesn't matter what seasoning you put on it, just put some seasoning. This is my favorite, happens to be.
Oh, somebody made fun of me the other day because I put that seasoning on everything, and I'm like, well, yep, I do. Like I was like, man, I should probably make it. No, I don't care.
That's what I
Does it
like.
eat good? There you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think we always default to our systems or our habits that we have.
Yes.
And if your freezer is full of egg bites that you can microwave in 2 seconds, or vegetables are already cut up in the fridge, or nuts are on the table, whatever it is, it just works that way. And I finally had to have the conversation with myself because I have 5 children, and there is not a child in the world that doesn't like McDonald's. And it's quick and it's easy and it's fast and it has all the things. It literally has the content of fat and sugar and salt that make your endorphins or whatever
Oh,
flash. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, this is science at its finest over here, what they
I mean,
have done.
we
Yeah.
could get on our soapboxes until the cigarette manufacturers, brought the scientists to do the cigarettes, and then they switched over to the food industry. But we won't get into that whole thing.
Another podcast number 2.
But I know that I don't get anything from McDonald's anymore because I literally feel like sludge when I get off. Now, if you don't listening, you keep eating whatever you want to eat, but I don't. I cannot do it. I cannot.
Right. Right.
So it's just knowing that system, and that Kroger is next to McDonald's, and I could walk in and grab some pre-cut fruit and not feel bad about not cutting my own fruit because I'm paying for convenience, and that's okay.
Did you see my reel that I did about like the words, the messaging that we hear? Because I would be told, "Oh, you're too lazy to cut your own food," and like I believed it, so then I felt
Yeah,
bad about buying pre-cut, and I'm like, "Wait, Heather, hold on,
right.
what is going on?" Somebody's gonna make me feel bad about eating watermelon that's pre-cut, like, but but it's true, and somebody had commented, "I feel like you just opened up my entire life."
Hmm.
Because these little messagings are the things that are holding us hostage, and we're going to break through all of them, baby.
I love it. I love it. I can see the change of breaking. I can see the change of break. So that we've talked about this, definitely I'm a guy, and I recruited you in this female world. I've been working in a female world my entire life. I had 3 sisters and 2 sisters and a mom. There, me and my dad were just out of luck in our house. Okay. So this is natural to me, but I don't think that's your target market. So who exactly is this program for? And I think I heard in one of the things that you were maybe getting a certification in something. So maybe lead
Yeah.
into that a little bit.
Yeah, so I think this is for anybody that feels stuck, anybody that feels overwhelmed,
Mhm.
anybody that feels like there's more out there, but they can't seem to be consistent. I think anybody who wants consistency, that's going to be a huge piece because that's what we're going to bring to the table. Anybody who feels overwhelmed with the fitness industry, I think podcast number 3 should be just the fitness industry and how angry I get at them for deliberately mixing messages. Like, it makes me volatile about like what they tell people, women especially
Oh,
to
absolutely.
do. It's not even men. Like, yeah, because we fall for it. And so that piece of it, like, just to offer clarity. But I would say that my target, like most of the people that I'm working for, are over the age of 40.
Mhm.
And I am like, I got one more course to be menopause coach certified, not because I necessarily want to coach women through menopause. I wanted to, for myself, as I'm transitioning through, like, to know what the heck is going on, because there's also a whole bunch of mixed messages out there about what your body's doing. So I wanted to know the truth, but that I wanted to look at health and fitness through that lens, because that's an entirely different, our bodies are different and they want different things, they do different things, they're capable of different things. And so I would say most people are going to be in that over 40 woman that is looking for clarity. Man, I'm gonna hopefully give permission to give yourself grace,
Mhm.
because this menopause journey is, you'd hear about it, and like, I'm sure I'm like everybody else, and you're like, oh yeah, well, that won't apply to me. I'll do that different. I'll do that better. It won't be, well, I I mean, I wake up every day, I'm like, I wonder what today's set of symptoms is going to be. It's like, I've got 14 personalities. Which one will pop up today? Like, it is really interesting. And there's a lot of things stacked against us, honestly, in this period, but it's not to where we just put our hands up and go, oh, well, I give up. Like,
Mhm.
it's going to get the best of me. No, there's better ways to navigate this. And I want, I want to, for myself, because I think the best way to teach is to model. So I want to help myself through it, and then teach and help other women through it. So that's basically who's going to like this course the most.
Totally, totally. And I am so grateful that this is a lived experience, because so many times, those who can't do teach, and you're the reverse of those. Those who have done are now teaching.
I am the opposite in every sense of, if you know me in other worlds, I teach from doing. I do not teach from theory. I don't teach from, yeah, I don't teach from knowledge. I want to live it, know it, and then I'm going to share with you about it. It's
Yeah.
very important to me.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to close out our time on this podcast. Clearly, we could talk for the next three
We
days. We
could.
already have two more topics that we're going to hit. So I love that. I absolutely love that. Clearly, both of us are very passionate about this issue and very passionate about getting that message out. So I know we can follow you. PowerShift with HDK. There's all your social channels. You've got some great long form videos out there on YouTube. And like you said, some reels that are very informative
Yep.
as
Yep.
well.
Yep. PowerShift with HDK. Find me everywhere.
Yep, yep. We were going to love that. And then we are going to have a little class course coming out. Is that correct? Tell me. Yeah, okay. Tease me, because I actually, right before we got on, I'm like, you sent it to me, but I can't even see all the details. So
Oh, I'm so excited. It's really just, and so because I'm telling you, like, I want to teach systems, it is a system for your life. This is how to it and it's not just for losing weight. Losing weight is a piece of it for people who want to lose weight,
sure.
but people that want to maintenance, like where I am right now, that's a whole different ball game. Also appropriate for that, but building a system, building a lifestyle that makes those things easy and simple and effortless. Like, wouldn't it be wonderful for your fitness and your health to be easy and simple and effortless? That's what we're going to teach in this class, in this course.
Well, I am more than excited, and I know all of our viewers are too. So we will absolutely get all that information out to you. Thank you for sharing this time with me, Heather. It has been monumental. I really do appreciate spending time with you. And I wore the theme colors, my yellow, your blue. So, these are our power shift colors.
Power shift colors. That's
I love
right.
I love it. All right, friends. Well, we will see you in the next episode.